Growing up in Brownsville is great. It's still great. Come from a family of 4. 2 brothers, 1 sister, me as well. My parents, we've always been into family business. They run, local groceries, bakeries, restaurants. So, growing up has been always been a fast-moving life, but it's been great. My dad was the one that taught us. And ever since from there, then when I went to the business, started cooking there, And then after I started doing my own things, and I started making up like my own recipes, my own things. And I just love cooking. I really do love it, but it's a different experience now. And then once Junior came along, it was like a total different experience because now I wasn't thinking about just 2 people. If not, it was about 3 people had a responsibility. I know I had to go work. So when I first got into the oil business was in 2010. I was working in a BP spill. It was hard because I had a job back at home and I was helping them out. But for me, it was just like a new experience. And then I ended up loving it. I started working in tank cleaning services in 2018. I did all my classes, did all my training. And first tank I went, I was kind of scared because I was like, oh wow, we have to go inside the tank, actually clean out the crude oil, squeegee out the crude oil, diesel wash it or pressure wash it, everything that we had to do to it. But throughout the whole course, I ended up, liking it more than what I thought I wasn't gonna like it. So we got hired to do a tank cleaning job down in Corpus. First day we got there, we were scoping everything out, see where we had to set up. Spoke with every supervisor around there. Our safety was our #1 rule, so we did everything by the books. Our people was, on track, everything was good, but we set up and did everything at the right way. That day of the incident, to me, it was a normal day. It was a normal day, waking up, had breakfast, wait for the guys to come out. We all drove to the tank. I was monitoring around the area we were working in. Boxes, everything was running, everything was good. All of a sudden I heard like a little whoosh sound. So as I turned around to, see what was going on, by the time that I knew it, there was an explosion. So it got on my left side at the beginning, and after that, it broke out bad. So when I realized that I was on fire, I put on my face first. After that, saw my whole body. I threw myself on the floor. I did the stop, drop, and roll. Saw that wasn't helping. So I got up. I saw there was like mud and water. So that's when I threw myself again, and I was able to, put the fire out. First thing that came to my mind was just, how was my son gonna be? How was he gonna react? How was he gonna take, if I didn't make it? What was gonna go on with his life if I wasn't gonna be here? That's when I was saying, no, I gotta get up. I gotta get out of here. I gotta survive for my family. So that's when, I guess adrenaline kicked in or something that woke me up and got me moving. I tried to sprint, but I couldn't run because my legs are burned. So I was fast-pacing, walking around the whole tank. As soon as I went around it, I saw everybody there in the front. I saw everybody how they were badly hurt. First thing in my head was, okay, so if everybody's here, we gotta evacuate. So as soon as I drove my truck out of the plant, the terminal entrance, there were firemen and an ambulance there. So then that's how I got transported to the hospital. And then once I reached the Corpus Christi hospital, then after that, they put me out and I didn't know anything else. My surgeries, my skin grafts, everything, my whole process, I was out. First thing I remember when I woke up was, where was I at? I was confused, I was in pain. I was like, what happened? And that's when I started asking questions, and then they started, answering my questions. So doctors told me that I had gotten burned from a 37 to a 40% of my body. And then once I was able to, walk and move around, that's when I saw myself in the mirror. and I saw half of my stomach burn. It goes all the way to my back, my whole left leg, my behind area, my elbows, my face, behind my head. It was just, I couldn't believe how much I had gotten burned. I wasn't angry, but I was in a stage where, how can this happen to me? When I go to a plant, I rely on their safety. We did everything right, but I just think that more should have been done from their part. I saw it in a way of, they really didn't care. It was just all about the money, and that's all it was. During my recovery at home, it was hard because there wasn't that much stuff I can do. I was still getting help from people to shower me, to move around, drive around. I thought it was just a lost case, that, I was just gonna be like, am I gonna be stuck with all these bills? And, what's gonna happen with me? Am I gonna be able to work again? Or what am I gonna be able to do, with my life? Because I was badly hurt. So I was like, I gotta get somebody to help me. Did my researches, started looking, and then came across Kherkher Garcia law office. I learned a lot, about, the expertise they hire, everything they do. I was like, okay, I'm at the right place. No doubt. Throughout my whole process, my main attorney was Kevin Haynes. He had my back. He was always there for me. News was always coming in from him. Kherkher Garcia are experts on accidents, injuries, burn victims. They hired the right people. They hired the right people for me to go and see, as in doctors or people that, were there learning the case. The right people that were gonna be, for the case. Kherkher Garcia fought for me against that plant. Because of the settlement, now I'm, looking forward and moving along with my family's business. Continue the restaurants, the bakeries, everything they have going on, and opening new businesses. Scars are there, and, the memories are always gonna be there. Cooking for me, it's a different experience now, because I can't support too much heat. One is that, two, it's just usually really hot. The flames trigger some stuff still. So I try to avoid it now, so I don't do too much cooking. But I can say I feel way better now. Way, way better now, because I see that I'm achieving more stuff. Moving forward. Thanks to Kherkher Garcia, now I'm able to achieve all my goals that I want to achieve.